Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to All Things Division 3 Soccer with Simple Coach and Jackie. I am Simple Coach. As you can see, Jackie is snoozing away comfortably. So, it is Friday the 20th, October 20th. So, of course, what do you expect but game or games of the weekend? So these games are being played today, Friday the 20th, tomorrow the 21st, and then there's some games worthwhile on Sunday. So I'm going to run through those like I usually do, and yeah, hopefully I get everything. I've noticed a couple times, like I'm looking through the games and I skip over a few, and it's my fault. But it is what it is. So, all right. So as I usually do, I start with the ladies. Let me get on my spectacles so I can. No, those don't work well. Those are different ones. Sorry. There we go. Starting with the ladies, I will just say it is a UAA weekend for the ladies. There are some just killer games. I mean, today there are 3 games going on that are just going to be, I think that's all I'm going to be watching. So for today, Friday, here's some games couple games that might be worth your attention. Brandeis at Emory, 6-4-3, and Brandeis at 6-3-3 Emory. And then down in Tejas, Dallas University 5-7-1 is at Southwestern, the Pirates at 5-7-2. But the games to really watch, NYU 10-2 travels to the University of Paywall. Rochester, who's at 9-0-4, who, by the way, still has me blocked on Twitter. I'm a nice guy. That should be that's a humdinger of a game. I actually think that's a bigger deal for Rochester. If they can notch a win against NYU, that's huge. Up next today, Chicago 9-2-3 travels to Case at 10-0-2. Another one. I think this is Chicago's going to have to do some real work to pull out a victory, but and then lastly for today, that's a must watch. Wash U, the number 1 team on the top, the SC top 25, 12-0, no goals conceded, travels to Carnegie Mellon at 11-0-2. That's gonna be really quite the matchup. So that's on Friday. On Saturday, bunch of games. 7-3-3 Bowdoin travels to 7-3-3 Wesleyan in a NESCAC matchup. I mean, what's not to like about this next game? Vassar 8-3 and where'd it go? 2 travels up the hill to 9-2-1 Ithaca. Down in Tejas, 12-0-1 Mary Hardin Baylor faces 9-3-2 McMurray. Trap match if I've ever seen one. And then this is a good Old Dominion matchup. Washington and Lee at 9-1-4 plays 10-3-1 Virginia Wesleyan. Probably the most even matched game, I think, from a soccer perspective that you'll see. Also on Saturday, Clarkson 8-4-2 at RPI at 7-3-3. Liberty League matchup. Another one, RIT 6-4-3 at Union 6-6-2. Roanoke 8-3-4 travels to 13-0-1 Christopher Newport. I don't know if Roanoke has it, to unseat Christopher Newport, but if anybody has the potential, I think they do. Cortland State, Coach Axtell, travel at 8-2-3, travels to Oswego, who is 6-2-6. Another Williams for this year. Kenyon at 6-3-5 travels to 8-3-4 DePaul. St. Olaf 6-4-4 is at St. Benedict, who is 8-5-2. And then 13-3-1 Wilson, a little bit of a surprise. 13-3-1 travels to Bryn Athyn, who is 9-2-1, which is a lovely campus if you've never had the opportunity. I think there's a Fields of Dreams that is out there. But the matches I got circled, 7-3-3 Tufts travels to 5-4-4 Middlebury in a NESCAC duel of the ages, right? Swanee, another one, Swanee, 9-1-3 travels to 11-1-4 Center College. I think that's another one to be on the lookout for. Wisconsin Eau Claire, 8-3-3 travels to 13-1-1 Wisconsin La Crosse. That could be quite the duel. So, and then lastly on Saturday, Ohio Wesleyan at 8-5-2 travels to Worcester, College of Worcester, the Tartans at 10-1-3. So that could be quite the matchup. I actually think Ohio Wesleyan can pull out a really good win here. So, and then on Sunday, other matchups, 12-0 again, or they will be 12 and something or 13-0. Wash U travels to Case or plays Case Western at 10-0-2. Chicago, again 9-2-3 now, will be at Carnegie Mellon, 11-0-2. NYU, this is another one. NYU 10-2 will face Emory at 6-3-3. And then another matchup on Sunday to watch for the ladies. Smith College of Hobart and Smith, 9-0-3, travels to Vassar at 8-3-2. So quite the bunch of matchups on the ladies' side. And I'll go through the ones that I sort of highlighted, the ones that I think really matter. The men's side, another whole slew of games. 2 games today, a bunch on Saturday, and then 5 on Sunday that are worth checking out. But today on Friday, there's 2 games that if you're not watching, I don't know what to tell you. Chicago 6-2-4 is at Case. Case is 7-2-2 in a UAA matchup. I've said it all along. Chicago, I don't know. And this is a game that they need. I think it's like psychologically, I think this is a game that they need. And I think Case to feel, to really make a statement needs to win this game. So this is the blood, it's going to be pretty competitive from that standpoint. Another one, 9-1-2 Trinity tonight. And I saw they were there as of yesterday, I think, or got there this morning. Faces 9-2-1. I think the surprise, I don't know if that's a right qualification, but surprise team so far, Colorado College. So Trinity at Colorado College. That is going to be quite the matchup. So that's for Friday. Those are the 2. For Saturday, some games that if you want to check out, 5-3-6 goes to 6-6 Swanee goes to 6-6-3 Center College. Randolph 4-5-4 travels to Hampton Sydney at 5-6-5. Here's an interesting one that popped up. 7-5-3 Covenant travels to 7-9-1 Berea. I think Covenant is probably too much for Berea, but St. John Fisher at 4-4-5 travels to Russell Sage, who is 4-6-4. Again, in terms of even matchups, I think that's pretty much the evenest. Is that a word? Evenest matchup. And then 4-8-3 travels. What's up the road? Up the road to Washington and Jefferson at 3-6-5. But the games on Saturday to really tune into, I mean, you got them all. 6-5-3, Coach of the Year, Caltech travels to the 2-6-5 Pomona Pitzer. If they win this one, Caltech may very well have doubled the number of victories that they have had in any given year in the last 15 years. Yeah. So, come on, you Caltechers. I got a hat. I just don't know what they're Caltechers, engineers. They're all engineers. The Battle of the Josephs, 10-3-2, St. Joseph's of Maine travels to 11-1-2, St. Joseph's of Connecticut. That's the only reason why I picked it. I mean, it's a pretty even matchup, but I just saw the St. Joseph's and I'm like, I'm going to watch that one because, you know, it's going to be hard for the announcer. So, anyhow, let me get that going there. Okay. Back up. Unlike the women, 6-4-2, Ithaca drives down the hill and goes to Vassar at 6-4-4. And if you didn't know, Ithaca kind of sits on top of a hill. It's beautiful, beautiful. That's why I say up the hill, down the hill at Ithaca. Out in Illinois, 9-4-2 North Park, the Vikings. I think they're the Vikings. No, they're not the Knight. I don't know what they are. I can't remember. So many names. Travels to 9-4-1 Wheaton. I mean, that's going to be quite the battle. Here's another one. Centennial Conference. There's a lot of implications to this game too, which is why it's intriguing. 9-1-5 from a league standpoint, rankings and tournament time. So there's a bunch going on. Washington, 9-1-5, travels to Muhlenberg at 9-2-2 to play on the beautiful new turf field that Muhlenberg has. Old Dominion battle, ODAC, 9-2-2. Christopher Newport travels to the belly of the beast, 9-2-4. Washington and Lee. Another one that is just so evenly matched, and quite frankly, not sure what Washington and Lee is going to show up. They're going to have to bring it all to carry the day. NESCAC, Bowdoin, 8-1-4, travels to 5-4-3 Wesleyan. Trap match for Bowdoin, if you ask me. And then here's one I don't even know where to go on this one. 9-1-3 Tufts travels to 8-1-4 Bowdoin. Excuse me, Middlebury, 9-0-4 Middlebury. I'm not sure who takes this one. I do think Tufts on the day is the better team and has a little bit more firepower going on the attack than Middlebury does. Don't hate. But I don't know. This could easily end up being a draw. So, 0-0. Like, it's that crazy. So that's Saturday. On Sunday, again, here's a few more 5 games on Sunday that I sort of circled. Wilson 3-10-2 travels to Keystone. That is 3-11-2. So both teams looking for their fourth win, which is interesting. An interesting matchup. I do think they're tight. It's a tight matchup between the two. Another one, you'll know why I did it. 7-7-1. St. Joseph's of Long Island travels to 5-7-1. St. Joseph's of New York. Yeah. And then we're back to the UAA. Wash U 4-6-1 plays Case at 7, who's 7-2-2. I give Case the nod on that one. NYU 4-5-3 plays Emory at 9-1-3. This is a trap match for Emory because NYU has shown glimpses of playing better. They were kind of off to a really rough start. I think they may have gone 1-5-0 or something like that, and sort of have clawed themselves their way back. And then lastly, the other one, 6-2-4 Chicago is at 7-3-3 Carnegie Mellon, which they have to be careful with because Carnegie Mellon could put a hurt if the stars align. So, all right. So those are the men's games. So to recap, the games that I'd be watching really quick on the ladies' side tonight: Wash U at Carnegie Mellon, Chicago at Case, NYU at Rochester. Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, sorry. I think I went blurry on you guys, or is that my eyesight? Let's see. I think I went. Yeah, I don't know. That might sort of went a little blurry. Chicago at Case, NYU at Rochester on Saturday. Tufts at Middlebury. Saturday also Swanee at Center and Wisconsin Eau Claire at Wisconsin La Crosse. And Ohio Wesleyan at Worcester is the other Saturday game. And then Sunday, Wash U at Case, Chicago at Carnegie Mellon, NYU at Emory, and Hobart and William Smith College at Vassar. On the men's side, on Friday, just 2 games, Chicago at Case and Trinity at Colorado College. Saturday games, Tufts at Middlebury, Bowdoin at Wesleyan, Christopher Newport at Washington and Lee, Washington College at Muhlenberg, North Park at Wheaton, Ithaca at Vassar. The Battle of the Josephs, St. Joseph's, Maine versus at St. Joseph's, Connecticut. And then the Caltechers are at Pomona Pitzer. That's Saturday. And then Sunday, Chicago at Carnegie Mellon, NYU at Emory, and Wash U at Case. So if you're thinking you don't have a weekend of soccer, jeez, this is ugly. It's got really blurry. I don't know if it's my glasses or what. It got really blurry, the image. Hope it's not a problem for you guys. Yeah, if you don't have a weekend of soccer and you're bemoaning the fact that there's no good games, I'm not sure I can help. But anyhow, hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you enjoy. Jackie is out, so she's not going to say anything. So the Patreon members, thank you for your support. It is appreciated. I do owe you some videos that I've done. So yeah, great weekend. We will talk soon.